We got three great guests today. Our first guest, she plays one of the fiercest women on Game of Thrones. I hope nobody had to pay the iron price. I hope nobody had to pay the iron price to get her here today. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Gemma Whelan. We've also got two brothers of the Night's Watch here today. The first one is Rast. He plays, Rast is basically a murderer, a rapist, and a mutineer. So give him a warm round of applause. And our last guest plays Bren. He's one of Jon Snow's and Samuel Tarly's closest confidants. Please give it up for Mr. Mark Stanley.
All right, Mark, Luke, and Gemma, welcome to Antwerp.
Thank you. Dank u wel.
That's great. You can use this.
That's my one word. That's it. That's all I've got.
Only one word, okay. So, how do you find Antwerp? Did you get here fine?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's great. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's great.
We have two mics now. We can use them. So.
So strong. I love it. I took a long walk last night around the north and south, and went and had a look at the museum and all the tourist stuff. And then I had dinner in a cave. Do you know what I mean? That 16th century restaurant downstairs. Ah, see? Baked potatoes. Anyway, rock and roll.
Luke, what do you think of Antwerp so far? Or have you...
Well, I got here late last night, so far great. Yeah. The hotel was lovely and today's been nice.
I think before we're going to get into the really geeky, hardcore Game of Thrones questions, I think it would be nice to hear what your acting experiences or what sort of training you had, which got you to be on Game of Thrones.
Oh. So I got really lucky when I was auditioning for something completely different, for a comedy, a sitcom. It's the same casting director for Game of Thrones, and he said, I think you might be right for something I'm casting next week called Game of Thrones. And I said, oh, what's that? And then I found out, and then I thought, I have got no chance of getting this, and then I got it. So I just got very lucky. By default of looking a tiny bit like Alfie Allen, I got the job. But yeah, I trained in musical theatre, so I really was like not really trained in straight acting at all. And yeah, surprise. So if you want a song, you can't have one. But yeah, so I trained in musical theatre as a dancer, and then yeah, moved into acting. And then I just got lucky. So that's it. Go on then.
I think similarly for me, well, for both of us, really, it was our first job, wasn't it? Ever. Ever. First ever job.
After Pizza Hut.
After Pizza Hut. But we left drama school and sort of did the whole audition for about 6 months, and then really luckily got this out of the blue. The same for you, was it?
Yeah. It was exactly the same. I got told, I initially went up for, I can't remember, what's his name? It was Sean Bean's right-hand man.
Oh yeah, Jamie.
No, Jamie killed him.
Oh,
he put the sword to his eye.
Jamie Dafter's name. Jamie Silk.
Yeah, I can't remember. I went up for that anyway, and then they thought, I was probably nowhere near good looking enough for that, so they put me up for Greg. And yeah, continued from there.
Yeah, funny enough, I actually went for Graham for the first and we got beaten by a young handsome chap called Mark Stanley, to a rapist.
All right, thank you. Gemma.
Hello.
So you came to the show during the second season.
Yes.
And you were together with Patrick Malhide, you're kind of the introduction to the whole Greyjoy family and the Iron Island situation. So in the first season we only had Theon, Alfie Allen, giving us a bit of a look on the Theon, on the Greyjoy way of life. So was that like
way of life?
Yeah, the Iron Prize and the Drowned God. Did you do a lot of research on your character and on the Greyjoys before you came to the show?
I did actually, yeah, because I thought it was I read the relevant bits in the books for my character. Sorry, I didn't read the whole books, but I read the relevant bits. I spoke to Brian Cogman, who writes on the show a lot, as you know, about my family, and I also, is it Wikipedia? It's really useful. So yeah, I did a lot of research about who they were, and then and then the costume really helps, and then just build a picture from there. Yeah.
Could you tell us maybe a little bit more about what sort of goes on during pre-production when you get cast on the show? How do the table reads go? Because especially for you, you came in during the second season, so the cast was already there. What was it like to
I was
sort of
so shy and nervous. I was really scared because they fly you over for the read-through to Belfast, and then they fly you over for costume fittings. It's all very, very exciting, and you just hope you don't fuck up at any point when they say, sorry, actually, we made a mistake. So you just keep quiet and hope that you get away with it. So far, so good, lads. So, yeah.
Mark and Luke, you were on board from the first season. Did you? How was that process like, seeing the show explode and becoming as popular as it is now?
I think really weird actually, because I never thought it was going to be as big as this when we started doing it.
No.
I just thought that's a really cool thing. But then it exposed the biggest thing of all time. I didn't see that coming. Did you, Mark?
No. Thank you. No, absolutely. Yeah, I remember getting called up for it, and it was a crazy off-the-wall fantasy that Sean Bean was attached to. And that's about as far as the detail went. But then you turned up on the first day, and our first day of filming was the arrival of Samuel Tarly. And we were shooting that scene for 2 days solid. And his ass was blue by the end of it, from Luke's beatings. And yeah, I mean, you walk onto those sets and they cut down on studio as much as possible and green screen. So I mean, you're walking into those sets, and for first timers like us, I mean, it was enormous, wasn't it?
It's so weird because I was like, oh, this must be what every show's like.
Yeah.
And you go and little Channel 4, But so do we know what the name of that right-hand man of Sean?
Cass Elson.
What was his name? Anyone know?
No. Jory. Jory Cassell.
That's it. Anyway, that's that. But yeah, those sets are huge and absolutely terrifying, and the scale. I think the size of the actual crew is.
Yeah, because it's hundreds of people.
Hundreds of people as well.
Okay, so Mark and Luke, you guys on the show, you play like total enemies, and because Glenn is a close friend to Jon Snow and to Samuel Tarly, and Luke, you're actually the biggest bastard around. So how is that on in the show? Not okay. You actually you get along fine, and with the other cast members, it's a group of friends or just colleagues.
Yeah, I think we've been returning to the same group of mates for 4 years now. And it's like revisiting a family. It's like getting your 3-week vacation in Belfast, being paid to swing swords around in these amazing sets with these people that you consider to be your brothers, on set and off set, really. With Kit and John Bradley and Joe and Ben. We're very tight.
Yeah. Because the way the show's set up, like you only have to meet people who are in your story world. Yeah. So you spend like 4 intense weeks. Like when we filmed in Iceland, it was like we were there 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a hotel. We couldn't leave the hotel with 4 people. You get to like.
Yeah, that's where it gets a bit hairy when you're stuck inside a canteen, and outside is minus 30 degrees, and you're in this canteen and you're rattling around and you've got nothing to do apart from drink until the weather permits you to be able to shoot. So yeah, we're close, but we can really piss each other off as well.
Could you maybe talk a little bit more about that shoot in Iceland? Because in the start of season 2, The Night's Watch goes beyond the wall, and it seemed like strenuous circumstances. Was the shoot as heavy as it looked on the show, or not at all?
The show was actually great. I had a great time in Iceland.
Yeah.
The shoot was great. I mean, it's cold, but obviously there's people that look after you, and I can't really. Yeah, I had a lovely time, to be honest with you.
I really wish I'd go. I only go to Bill, thanks.
Yeah. So, Gemma, what do you think?
I wish I could go to Iceland. Yeah. When I took the job, they were like, it's Iceland and Croatia, and I was like, yes. and now I just go to Belfast.
That struck me kind of striking as well, because of course one of the very particular things about Game of Thrones is that it has so many different locations, and even though you are all colleagues on the same show, I guess, Gemma, you do your shoot completely distanced from these guys.
Yeah.
So how do you?
Time I've met.
It's the first time you've met each other.
No, I met Mark once last year. I was leaving and he was arriving.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
like high five.
only conventions that you actually meet each other. Isn't that weird? Because you're all working on the same show.
No, it's not weird. It's nice. It's nice.
Super.
It's really weird to meet you. It's fine.
Okay, maybe let's ask some questions about the characters. Gemma,
Yes.
you said you did some research about Yara or Asha Greyjoy in the books,
Yes.
so you know a bit about her.
Yes.
Then you probably also know that there are some slight deviations from the plot in the book. Mainly in the end of season 3, you start this sort of rescue expedition that you're gonna try and save Theon Greyjoy out of the clutches of the Dreadfort, out of the clutches of the bastard of the Dreadfort. So it struck me that your character is a bit more of a caring, sister-like persona in the show. You also have this great monologue in season 2 with Theon, where you're talking about him being a baby boy. That's not in the book. So what are your thoughts about that? Yeah.
Well, I mean, because I haven't really read the books, I don't know entirely what it's like there. But I think it's really important that they've painted that slightly more caring side of her, because sort of helps you to like the character and then go on the journey with her. And you know, those kind of family values, everyone appreciates them, don't they? So I think that's kind of an interesting side of her. But yeah, I don't know. It's fine, isn't it?
I think what's also very noticeable about the world of Game of Thrones, it's a very male-driven world, and your character is actually one of the few women who has actually a lot of influence and power in the world. Of course, there are characters like Cersei and Dany, but what do you feel about the world that's portrayed in Game of Thrones being so male-driven, and you occupying the space within that world, that you actually sort of have the same power or influence as a man?
Yeah, I think it's. I think all of the female characters in Game of Thrones are so strong, and it's wonderful to be able to play such a well-written, feisty, front-footed female character. Certainly, yeah. I mean, all men must die, right? So.
Yeah, maybe one final question before we start giving the mic to the floor. For Mark and Luke, in season 3, you're both part of a very intense and important scene. In the 4th episode at Craster's Keep, so everybody knows what I'm talking about, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So can you maybe tell us a bit about the atmosphere on set while shooting that one vital scene where there's a mutiny in the Night's Watch, and you play, of course, a very vital role. So
I thought I was going to die. You can't underestimate the size of James Boswell. That man is an absolute monster. You know, when we did that, there's a bit where he like picks me up and sort of slams me against the wall. That actually happened. It's like, it's not acting. How do you find it, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I didn't have an essential part to play as Rasta. But yeah, I mean, you shooting that scene it's supposed to look cold, but it's actually August in Belfast. And you're in this tiny little hut with a blazing fire and 50 people on the crew, and it's a fucking nightmare.
Do James Cosmo and Robert Pugh, are they holding any grudges because you killed them off?
Probably.
Okay, before we start answering questions from the audience, Gemma, I really want to know one thing. At the end of season 3, you and Whelan Greyjoy, you get sort of the warning from the bastard from the Dreadfort, a little box, and it is sort of implied that it contains Theon's manhood, but I think what we really want to know is what was actually in the box on that day.
There was actually the manhood. The props department did him really proud. Yeah, it was a big, thick, sausagey thing. But it was scratched a bandage and it was blood, like it was, you know, the props department like gave me something to look at, that's for sure. Yeah.
So that confirms there's a lot
So
of
confirmed there was something in the box, yes.
a lot of authenticity on.
A lot of authenticity. I think he's doing a tour, well, a tour at the moment. Beyond's member, yeah.
Maybe one last thing before we give it to the audience here. Are there any little teases you can give us about season 4? What's coming up for your characters? Not explicit teases, but sort of things we can look forward to.
Are you dead?
Thanks. Yeah, my teaser's still alive.
Yeah, we're all still alive.
I'm still alive as well.
Yeah.
What about you, Gemma?
Oh, I'm still alive, I'm on my way.
Great.
Okay, one big happy family.
Sorry, that was an awful answer to the question.
Okay, thank you. So, people in the audience, if you have a question, just raise your hand and we'll look at you and you can just stand up and yell out your question. So, yes, that man in the back.
Yeah, did you know about the Red Wedding and what did you do when you watched the show? Did you call somebody?
Yes, Mom! Yeah, my mum called me, she's like, darling, we've just watched episode 9. I knew it was going to happen, and I saw some of them, the day they shot it, I saw them that evening. They talk about this red wedding. It's like, oh, that sounds cool. Oh, everyone dies. Oh gosh, that's interesting. and then I actually watched it, even though I knew it was coming. I really was like, holy shit, that's just happened, because it was so well done, wasn't it? Just the way they built it was so brilliantly done. Yeah, I thought it was terrible but brilliant. Yeah, as it should be. Boys?
Do you think they could top that?
Huh?
Do you think they could top it?
I don't know. Can they? Episode 2.
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know.
Great. What do you think, Mark?
I thought it was great, man. It was like watching a Greek play, but on TV. Yeah, it was a shock factor. I'm always third in line for the answer. So by the time it gets to me, my answer's boring as shit. I will do it, yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
Other questions? Yes, this man in front.
Did any three of you ask George to please not kill you?
Relentlessly. Over and over again.
He's got stacks of letters from me.
I've never met him.
No.
Sorry, guys.
Girl with the red hair, yeah.
What was the most fun part of being Game of Thrones to you?
It's hard. We're all thinking it's all fun. So.
Yeah. The most fun. I think beating up John Bradley was a plus for me. That was definitely a fun day out.
I mean, going abroad, I mean, going to Iceland and places like that is always going to be the best thing, you know. Because, I mean, in Iceland, I'm sure a lot of you are very aware that in the winter, there's only sunlight from 10 AM to 3 PM. So you come off set at 4 o'clock, you're out of costume, you're in the bar at 5 o'clock, and then you can drink solidly for 7 hours and still get 10 hours sleep. You don't have to wake up until 9 o'clock the next morning, you know. So I'd probably say Iceland for me, definitely.
Mine was learning to horse ride. Completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, we actually learned to horse ride, didn't we, Mark?
No.
No, not really.
No, we learned how to trot.
Yeah, but we're not to do it.
Terrifying.
We weren't good enough, we weren't allowed to do it in the show.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We weren't good enough.
Oh, boys.
But seriously, I think the fun about like me, I think what me and like, as he's working with people like Peter Dinklage, and even people like Owen Teal and James Cosmo and Peter Horn, you know, probably won't happen again for a very long time. That was pretty special for me. Who was your favourite actor to work with, Gemma?
I only went with Alfie and Patrick, and yeah, they were brilliant.
Which is better?
Which is better. I worked with Alfie more, he's a lot of fun, but Patrick's got a very dry sense of humour, but yeah, they're both great.
Who do you think will sit on the Iron Throne on the end of the series? Who will win?
Why is everyone looking at me? Me! Thanks, guys. But, like, oh, God.
Hot pie.
Hot pie.
Hot pie. He's coming back, man.
With his loaf of bread.
With his loaf of bread. He's going to feed the people.
He's going to feed the people. What about Jack and Hagar or something like that? That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah, that'd be cool. What about him? Yeah, we'll have him. Who?
Joffrey.
Oh, Joffrey. Have you seen episode 2?
Somebody in the back.
Well, if it's spoiled already, what was your reaction to the purple wedding?
Oh, yeah. It's mentioned too. Oh, right, sorry. Have you not? Pass it on. I actually watched it at home with all my friends, and then some more than halfway through, and they hadn't seen anything past season 2. So it killed the whole show for them. I thought it was great. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, no, I did. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great way to quickly get an audience back on side, doing it that early. I'd read the books, so I knew what was going to come up, and I knew that Jack Gleeson, who plays Joffrey, didn't have much to do, all that much to do last year once that scene had been filmed. So yeah, it wasn't so much of a surprise.
Yeah. That's my contribution. Yeah.
What would you do if you sit on the Iron Throne? If you were on the Iron Throne, your character, what do you want him to do if he, for all of you?
I make Jon Snow my cupbearer. What would Gren do?
If he found himself on the Iron Throne,
Yeah.
wait to wake up. Gren found himself on the Iron Throne.
Oh God, what do we do?
I don't know, man. Yeah, appoint Pip as his wench.
Wench?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gemma Whelan.
I don't know what I'd do. I mean, everyone's waiting for me to say something. I don't know. I don't know.
Sit down.
Have a nice sit down, cup of tea, just survey my kingdom and then have a nap. Yeah, and then I'd probably go horse riding and fighting and swashbuckling and having sex with people. That's what I do.
Yes.
Stand up.
People.
Now you guys are appearing in shows that you already see your brother. He's being treated like a dog. Are you still going to save him? Or is that
I'm not allowed to say anything, but I definitely am going to be in season 4.
Oh, what is she?
I'm in the background at a feast number. Hello.
Hi, did Game of Thrones open new career opportunities? You get new parts offered?
Yeah, it's hard to spend much time on it. You know.
It's hard to tell as well because you get more auditions, but you don't know if it's directly because of that or it's just hard to sort of work out why you're being seen for things. But yeah, I suppose it does. It can't hurt, can it? So yeah, can't hurt.
It's definitely not a bad thing.
It's definitely not a bad thing. Exactly. Yeah. We've got more friends.
Back?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you.
So, gents, at some point you were supposed to memorize the oath. What, do you still remember?
No.
Night gathers, and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death.
You don't know it, do you?
That's it.
It's really long, isn't it? I remember
It's
it.
very long.
Yeah.
It's more than 2 lines.
If you could be any other character of the show, which one would you be?
Wrong.
Might be the Hound, you know.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe I'll be Jamie Lannister. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Except my poor hand.
Actually, as a curveball, maybe Cersei.
Yeah. Come on then.
Imagine me playing Cersei.
I mean, Jamie.
Probably wouldn't work, would it?
The doctor.
What do you want to do after the series? After Game of Thrones? What do you want to do on be in a movie or what?
Well, I don't know what about you guys, but I continue to work on other jobs all the time, so that's what I just want to keep working, basically. Just keep being employed, like any actor. Please keep employing me. Yeah.
I'm the same, just keep doing what I'm doing now, but do it better, I think. That's probably the rule, learn to speak properly.
Same. Maybe one final question? Yes?
Oh, my girlfriend hasn't seen the series. She's a bit
What?
confused about this.
Get out! She's going like this to him.
Please summarize it in one sentence. What is Game of Thrones?
A lot of people arguing.
Sex and swords, baby. Sex and swords.
Sex and swords.
Like a lot of people say The Sopranos with swords. Fans.
I don't know why I keep giving it back to you.
Sex.
Yeah.
Alright.
Porn stars.
What?
There are.
Actually, no, you know what?
Totally not touching that.
What a question to end on.
Yeah. Final thoughts. Anything else? Or is that it? No?
There's one at the back.
Arya Stark, of course, has her 3 people that she would kill if she got the chance. Do you guys have 3 characters that if you had the chance you would just ask them? Or
Yep.
which ones?
John, Sam, Graham, Pitt.
I think mine would be John, Sam, Rast, Pitt, Dolores Head, because then I'd be the only one,
Oh, you're Dolores
the
Head.
only one in the storyline. So I have a lot more lines than I've got already.
Yeah. Sorry, can we do this? I feel like I'm
No, yeah,
interviewing you. Sorry, when you're ready.
With me? I don't know. I'll kill you two and
And yourself.
maybe me. Suicide.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Gemma. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Mark. I hope everybody enjoyed this.